delivery. How quickly you can now get your Amazon Prime packages sent to your doorstep in the Cleveland area. COVID complication. The Browns announced star running back Nick Chubb will not play this weekend. What this means for Cleveland's chances in New England. Tiger King craze. The Netflix show that took the nation by storm has some loyal fans. Wait until you see one man's crazy memorabilia collection right here in Northeast Ohio. And 3 things popping, where you can get a lot of laughs from comics all over the country this weekend.
From the WKYC studios, this is Front Row Friday.
Welcome in to Front Row Friday. I'm Sarah Schuckman.
I'm Mike Polk. We have so much news to get to tonight, but first, we have to start with something that might affect your weekend plans. Jason Michael joins us right now next door with a look at this winterish weather. Jason, what's up with this?
Hey there, Mike and Sarah. Hey, we're talking about a weather change, my friends. This is something that we've been sort of preparing for the past couple days. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, even though it's been very nice, been very warm out there. Spring has kind of really wanted to come around again. But Mother Nature is saying, we're going to talk about some winter weather right now. So we're on the leading edge of this boundary that's moving through. First beginning out with some light rainfall, overspreading portions of northeast Ohio. You can see where some of the rain is tracking across the area. This is very light in intensity. But one thing that is for sure with this system is we're going to be on the backside of this, bringing in colder air. And gusty winds are going to be in tow with that as well. We're already experiencing conditions out there 10 to 20 degrees colder from this point yesterday. And it's really going to be ramping up over the next couple days. We're going to be talking much more about that in the full forecast a little bit later.
All right. Thank you, Jason, so much. We got to get to some important news now, too. We are still watching an Amber Alert for a 5-year-old Anna Burke out of Jackson Township. She was last seen at a Goodwill store in Canton last night with 36-year-old Jonathan Stinnett. It's believed he's driving a 1991 silver Ford Aerostar van with Michigan plates. If you can help find her, please call police. Well, time now for a Front Row staple. Let's get to the other headlines of the night. Here's 77 seconds at 7.
Cleveland Clinic says it's requiring all of its U.S. employees and contractors to get the COVID-19 vaccine by January 4th, following federal mandates. Those who are not fully vaccinated by the deadline and do not have an approved religious or medical exemption will no longer be able to work for the clinic. U.S. Marshals have finally solved one of the biggest bank robberies in Cleveland history. It happened back in 1969. Marshals say they just learned the wanted Tom Conrad had been living on the lam in Massachusetts as Thomas Randell by matching documents. But no charges will be filed as Conrad died of lung cancer in May. Steve Bannon, a longtime ally to former President Donald Trump, has been indicted on 2 counts of contempt of Congress. He defied a congressional subpoena from the House committee investigating the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Today, Amazon announced same-day delivery for Cleveland area Prime members. Packages are delivered in as fast as 5 hours. And Americans quit their jobs at a record pace for the 2nd straight month this fall, while job openings, too, are at near-record numbers. The Labor Department reports 4.4 million people quit in September, or about 3% of the nation's workforce.
And it is unfortunately official today. Nick Chubb and Demetric Felton will not play on Sunday.
Bummer. Let's get right to Nick Camino with what this means for the Browns against the Patriots. Nick, what's it mean?
Well, good evening, guys. It means the Browns' depth is certainly going to be tested at running back. And this doesn't come as shocking news. We knew this was a possibility, but now it is certainly a reality for the Browns, as both Nick Chubb and Demetric Felton will miss Sunday's game against the Patriots. Both running backs testing positive for COVID-19 earlier this week. They could have played had they tested negative twice, 24 hours apart this week, but that was not the case. So that Browns running back depth, as we said, it is going to be tested. So I think some people are wondering, well, who's going to get the start Sunday in Foxborough? Well, it will be this man, Dearness Johnson. I guess we'll call him the Browns' 3rd-string running back. I mean, you've got Chubb out. Hunt is on the IR with the calf injury. Not to mention the Browns' 4th and 5th string backs are also out. So it's on Dearness Johnson. He played well when he was called upon to start on that Thursday night game against the Denver Broncos, which the Browns won. They also have some other running backs, Brian Hill and Dexter Williams. But Hey, it's a next man up mentality, Mike and Sarah. The Browns have shown they can do that. It's just unfortunate. You're going into a tough environment. They've never won at Gillette Stadium, haven't won in New England since 1992, and the Patriots happen to be playing pretty good football right now. So to not have your full stable of backs, it's going to be tough on Sunday.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
You got it.
We'll be watching anyway. Calling all you cool cats and kittens. And if you don't get the reference, we're talking about Netflix's Tiger King, which took the nation by storm when we were all stuck at home last year.
I remember that. But one local man took his fascination with Joe Exotic, the star of that show, to the next level. So, of course, I had to go and check that out. Take a look. When Tiger King roared onto Netflix last year and into our quarantine hearts, America was introduced to the documentary's colorful protagonist, Joe Exotic, and his seemingly endless array of vibrant fashion choices. But while most of us were content to appreciate Joe's sartorial flair from afar, this Northeast Ohio man wanted something more, so he decided to buy the Tiger King's actual wardrobe.
I think that Tiger King, it helped the whole world out. We were going through a crazy time, and I think that Joe Exotic brought us all together. I had to have it.
To say Kyle Harvey of Massillon is a big Tiger King fan would be a bit of an understatement.
As soon as I watched the show, within minutes, I contacted Dylan, Joe Exotic's husband, messaged him and asked if he had any memorabilia that he'd like to sell.
And it turns out he did. The next thing Kyle knew, the Tiger King's fineries were being shipped to his home. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is really impressive.
These are his iconic leather pants.
Oh, yeah.
And handcuffs. You would see those in his I Saw a Tiger music video.
That was a smash hit.
'Cause I saw a tiger, now I understand.
How would you describe his look?
Western. He's his own style.
He is.
It's Joe Exotic style.
We have to mention the fact that he can be considered a bit problematic. He's currently serving prison time, as I understand. Do you think he got a bum rap?
I feel like he should be released.
Do you think that he would be upset knowing that you've bought his entire wardrobe?
Maybe, but they're all in one place.
They are.
And they're being taken care of.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
There's no lack of pizzazz here.
Yeah, so those, I believe, were from his magic show days.
Magic.
It's one of his iconic sequin shirts.
Yeah.
A few of his outfits from the park, the GW Exotic Animal Park. Everybody asks what it smells like. There's no smells.
I would have thought like menthols and coconut oil. Of course, when one's given the opportunity to be this close to bedazzled cultural history, do you mind if maybe I tried a couple things on?
I think you should.
One must take full advantage. Well, it is very cool knowing that we have a little part of Netflix history right here in our backyard. Thanks for letting me put on a fashion show.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
No problem. I'm gonna go spend the next 35 minutes getting these pants off. Bye, everyone. Yeah. I've actually worn that man's clothes now. Proud day for me. Proud day for me and my father.
And it fit pretty well.
Yeah, the pants, I still have like marks where I had them on. It's not a great scene, but so yeah, it was a different experience for me.
All right, time now for 3 on 3. You know, it's one of our favorite parts of the week, and Jason is with us for it, so let's get to it. First up, the world is seeing red tonight, and that's because Taylor Swift dropped her highly anticipated Red Taylor's Version album at midnight last night. It's a re-recorded version of her album Red that dropped in 2012. It features 30 songs, including some that have never been heard before.
I'm not a huge Swiftie. What do you, Jason, is this anything to you?
You know what? I had this conversation just the other day. I feel like between Bieber and T Swift, they're kind of the ones that you love to hate, but you just press repeat on them every once in a while.
Okay.
I was thinking about this from Jake Gyllenhaal's perspective because a long time ago, this woman, this very talented woman, dated him for 3 months, broke up with him, wrote a couple songs about it. Everyone knows about it now, and but he's like, well, at least that's over. And then 10 years later, she's like, we're doing it again. It's back on.
So the
I didn't
boomerang
forget.
effect.
So
I mean,
prayers for Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't feel bad for him. Everybody's doing just fine, including Taylor. But good for her, because the reason she's doing all of this is because she lost these songs.
The rights to them.
The rights to them. And it's her music. I mean, she wrote it in most cases, as well as performed it. So she's re-recording them, hoping people are going to buy these, and she can make the money instead of somebody else getting rich off her.
Early rave reviews on the music, too. Apparently, it's a real upgrade, and everyone's enjoying it. So good for you guys. Enjoy the new Taylor Swift album from 10 years ago. Is that how it works?
2 new Swifties right here.
There's a few new things in there. New tonight, though, really, just in the last couple hours, Britney Spears is free. A Los Angeles judge terminated the singer's conservatorship just hours ago. Britney's father, Jamie Spears, had control of her personal and financial life over the last 13 years under that arrangement.
This is the evening of liberated women, pop stars. Fantastic.
Empowerment. Here we go.
No, it's great. I think that's fantastic. It is a little bit worrisome, maybe, just if you don't have any money for 13 years and then you have all of the money in the world. Some people don't behave well when presented with that. She just might not have the skills yet, but it's her money, so if she wants to spend it foolishly, then I have some investment ideas if she'd like to get a hold of it.
Give her a call. Yeah, I know. I will say I'm a little worried for her tonight. I hope we don't see any scary photos come out over the weekend or whatever. You know,
she like buys Greenland or something like that.
I agree with you. I feel like there is, and always has been, a little bit more to the story. I've been a little bit afraid to kind of like speak out about, what my view is on it, but I think there's a little bit more to the story, and I am a little bit afraid. I think over the next several weeks, few months maybe, we'll see a different type of Britney, a more free, liberated Britney.
I'm very happy for her. She's engaged now. She says she's happy. I hope that those who really do love her in her life, her friends, that she can lean on, support her now and make sure she's on the right track.
We all do.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, these 3 words might put a spell on you. Harry Potter reunion. The Sun is reporting that the main cast of the hit series might get together for a special revival next week to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the first film, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which was released on November 16th, 2001. Wow. Can you believe it's been 20 years?
I have, and if you don't believe that, then you're going to see the pictures from this reunion party, and it'll make you sad about how old we are, because we remember them as little children, and now they all look like Dumbledore. Unfortunately, the kids do.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's getting there. Have you seen Ron Weasley? Oof. No thanks. And that's a fellow ginger. I'm allowed to say that.
No, I mean, I really can't believe it's been 20 years. I'm not a huge Potterhead myself, but I'm sure people. That's what they go by. That's the Swiftie equivalent.
I believe that.
It's good you put the extra TER onto that.
Yeah, you need that. It is a huge difference. Were you a fan of the books? Or no?
I never read them. I never even watched the movies, but I would be interested in kind of like seeing what they are about.
Yeah.
It's other than wizardry and witchcraft.
Reunions are all the rage right now, right?
Yeah,
I mean, everybody, the Friends reunion, we look at all the things that have gotten people back together. I mean, I think this is happening. It's just unconfirmed. So watch out next week.
We like seeing things from our youth and how far along people have come and what they look like now and if they're all a mess. That's something that America loves.
That's what Mike will be watching.
Yes,
for.
I will.
Straight ahead here on Front Row Friday, what is poppin' in the CLE? Our guide to your weekend plans, that's next.
Plus, Friday means Fri-yays, folks. We're highlighting some of the best moments of our week with a special shout out. Stay tuned.
Front Row is sponsored by the Calvetta Brothers Floor Show. It's time to fall in love again with your home.
Sign and Drive has made Ken Ganley Ohio's #1 Kia dealer. Just sign and drive. A new Kia Soul, Forte, K5, Sportage, Sorrento, Telluride, and the all-new 2022 Carnival with absolutely zero due-it signing. And at Ken Ganley Kia, your trade is worth more than ever. Use your premium value to lower your payment, or we'll write you a check on the spot. I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
Welcome back to Front Row Friday. There's a lot of things happening around town this weekend, so we want to highlight just a few.
Kara Cotton shares all you need to know on our segment, 3 things poppin'.
What's up, everybody? Now that Halloween is behind us and the shock that winter is coming has worn off, it's time to fully embrace the fall festivities. So I'm back with more for you to do. Here's 3 unique things popping in Northeast Ohio this weekend. Up first, let's heat things up with S'more Fest. For just $25, you can take part in all-you-can-eat s'mores, enjoy a beer, a raffle with various prizes, a barbecue food truck, and a live DJ, all while benefiting local art and music. The fun is being put on at Puck and Chips by the folks behind Bright Winterfest as a fundraiser. $1 of every beer sold during the event goes back to the annual Art and Music Festival. And this next event is for the gamers. The Gaming Classic Convention is going down this weekend in Westlake. From noon to 10 p.m. at Wagner's, gamers of all ages will gather to enjoy classic arcade games, retro consoles, special guests, and so much more. Tickets are just $12 for general admission or $30 if you like a t-shirt to remember the day. A portion of the event proceeds benefits the United Cerebral Palsy of Greater Cleveland. And last, but certainly not least, who doesn't want a good laugh? All week long, comics from across the country and right here in Northeast Ohio have been bringing the funny to the Cleveland Comedy Festival. In its 14th year, the festival maintains that it has something for everyone.
It's various kinds of comedy. Some people might have a little bit of a dark humor. Some people are really energetic. So like there literally is going to be someone that every single person can enjoy.
So whether you're into seeing local acts or big name stars, you're bound to crack a smile. We've got all the details for each of these events up now at WKYC.com. And that wraps up our fun for this weekend, friends. Until next time, keeping you up to date on what's poppin' right here in Northeast Ohio. Kiara Cotton, 3 News.
Well, that won't be the only thing popping this weekend. We're going to be cruising right on into winter across Northeast Ohio. Check out these temperatures where we're headed over the next several hours here. We're going into the lower 30s, around the freezing mark, waking up for our Saturday morning. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a cold one out there. It's all because of this very, very large system that we're tracking across Northeast Ohio. As we move the clock forward here in your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast, again, low 30s around 7 a.m. this morning. Most of the area will be dry. Now, bear in mind that the soil has been quite warm all week long, so any precipitation that we're getting, once it changes over to that rain-snow mix, will likely not even stick. Through the afternoon, we're still tracking a little bit of rain-snow mix. It's going to be very light in intensity before we get another trough of low pressure moving through the area come early Sunday through midday. This looks like it's really going to bubble up across the snow belt here in Northeast Ohio, with accumulations well inland, likely to score anywhere from a ½ inch up to 1 inch of rainfall here. But it all depends on how much we get in terms of the precipitation falling from the sky, and also the thickness level, what it's going to look like. How cold is it going to be above the surface here? And again, the wind direction. We still have a very warm lake, so we're crank on the lake effect, and that continues through the afternoon. Bursts of snow likely to happen well inland and also in our northeastern corridor, and then we warm things up and cool things down back again. So it's going to be an ebb and flow through Sunday afternoon into the evening hours. This is the clock around 11 p.m. Notice what happens here. We sort of moderate our temperatures above the freezing mark heading into the morning hours on Monday around 4 a.m. Mid to upper 30s along the lakeshore and areas east through the afternoon. A little bit of a rain-snow mix continuing there, and then we start to taper off. And you'll see that happening as well once we move into early next week. As far as the 7-day outlook, you can see this on your Union Home Mortgage 7-day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Overnight lows near the freezing mark. Daytime highs in the mid to low 40s, so staying relatively cold here. Ridge moves back in. By Tuesday, we slowly start to taper off those snow showers, and then by Wednesday, moderating temperatures, much warmer, Sarah.
Okay. Turning to positive news when we come back, we're giving a special shout out to our Fridays.
Mine, spoiler alert, involves a really mean breakfast.
You gave it away.
You'll see. It's important. Stay tuned.
Now for our Fridays, where each of us pick a person or thing that has earned a shout out this week. I'm going to go first, okay?
Please, go right ahead.
My Friday this week goes to all of the sunshine we've had. Fall sunshine. I mean, how lovely has it been to get outside and feel the warm sun a few more times, especially knowing that we are going to be seeing weeks on end of gray. It's really not the snow or the cold that gets me. It's the gray. It's the Cleveland crud, as Betsy calls it.
That's right. That's the perfect term for it. That's great, though. Good Friday. My Friday this week goes to a specific menu option at Dimitri's Family Restaurant on Lorain Avenue. It's called the Westtown Square Deal, and it features eggs, breakfast meat, home fries, and toast for the ludicrous total of just $3.99. That is such a Cleveland deal that you'd be foolhardy not to get 2 of them like I did right there.
You know, I like to call that's a doorbuster deal.
That's a Friday if I've ever made one.
Jeez, I love it. All right, my Friday is to the U.S. lifting its travel ban this week. Now, travelers from across the globe can enter the country now if they're vaccinated, of course. It was nice seeing videos and pictures of families reuniting with their loved ones before the start of the pandemic. They hadn't seen them in so long. I was in Florida earlier this week down in Miami, and while lying on the beach, you believe it or not, I saw Qatar Airlines fly overhead.
Oh.
Give them a big old wave.
Yeah, that's how you know we're back when you see that flying back over there.
I mean,
nice weather. People are allowed in America again, and excellent breakfast deals. I think we nailed it all.
There's going to be a rush on Dimitri's tomorrow morning.
I hope so. You should have seen that guy when I was taking pictures of. He's like, "Where are you guys from? What are you doing?" You know,
you're going to be their mascot.
I hope so. I'd love it. Sponsorship availability right here on Front Row Friday for Dimitri's Restaurant if you're interested.
More Front Row Friday coming up your way. That's next.
Primetime Lineup is sponsored by Debonais Vineyards. Visit your local retailer for Debonais' finest estate Riesling wines from Northeast Ohio's Grand River Valley.
Before we go tonight, Dateline Cleveland, a local energy company, is partnering with a nonprofit to make sure that Cleveland area kids have a bed to sleep on. Dominion Energy employee volunteers spent the afternoon building bunk beds for families and children in need.
They partnered with the Cuyahoga West chapter of Sleep in Heavenly Peace. They built over 30 beds, surpassing their 20-bed goal. That's great.
Look at them.
That's amazing. Is that like 15 or it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. That's still a lot of bunk beds. Thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks for joining us for Front Row Friday. 3 News is back at 11.
Thank you for spending the evening with 3 News. Watch us live wherever you are on our website, on our apps, or on your favorite streaming service.